Hello. Okay, this is Lisa Bell's 70th birthday song. It's called The Fields of Lincolnshire. Happy birthday, Lisa. Here's the story that must be told of a farm girl with hair of gold. She rode a horse, you know it's true. They ran so fast, they almost flew. And all the animals on this farm by the brook, they'd come so curious to have a look. Across the fields, yeah, they would come to see how the girl and her horse could run. And she would ride without fear across the fields of Lincolnshire. Yes, she would ride without fear across the fields of Lincolnshire. Well, this blonde-haired girl, she was so free. With her horse named Polly, they were as happy as can be. But then a change came, 'twas for the worse. She was sent to school, was like a curse. Well, the nuns were strict, well, they were cruel. They aimed to tame with all their rules, but they couldn't break this girl. She was just too strong. And at morning prayers they learned that she was gone. And so she fled far from there, back to the fields of Lincolnshire. Yeah, so she fled far from there, back to the fields of Lincolnshire. Of course they caught her. Her dad would falter, take her off the fields and back to the altar. In uniform or not, by road or by train, well, she found the way, she ran again. But the child grew up, no longer free to run the field. Responsibilities came to bear as she tended to her niece's care. But this was not the path for her, nursing, typing, and tending. So she gave the slip, bought a ticket for a one-way trip. Yes, she went sailing without a tear, away from the fields of Lincolnshire. Yes, she went sailing without a tear, away from the fields of Lincolnshire. Caverna so loud, the sun would burn down the sky without cloud. The sawdust did swirl, and on scaffolds they'd bake, till sweat filled their eyes and was off to grow late. And so she built her home right here, far from the fields of Lincolnshire. And so she built her home right here, far from the fields of Lincolnshire. She learned to climb mountains and kayak so fast over ridges and water. Of course, Peter she passed, but it was nature she loved, with passion and verve. And with John C. and some others, they fought like sisters and brothers. And the land and she worked with shovel and hoe, now beets and some char, and giant asparagus grow. Yeah, to the garden she's turned, just a small veggie bed. It grew in big leaps, built the 4-acre spread. And she did plant the work so dear, just like her fields of Lincolnshire. And she did plant the work so dear, just like her fields of Lincolnshire. By the wood stove on Pender, she's writing a tale with trusty word processor through the rain and the gale. She's come a long way, this girl from Brook Farm. She has Pete bewitched with her wit and her charm. Yeah, she's strong and she's free, now 70 on mountain and sea. She leaves behind all the men. This little blonde-haired girl, well, can't you see? She's climbed the mountains and crossed the sea. And how she climbs to a sky so clear, way above her fields of Lincolnshire. Yeah, how she climbs to a sky so clear, way above her fields of Lincolnshire. There she be. Happy birthday.